So how exciting is World Talk? Okay, I just found out about it yesterday and it's just so awesome. And so I wanted to post today about shock and awe versus World Talk. You know, I'm going to tell a story. So, after the big ceremony, there was a lot of shock and confusion throughout the realm. And even some of the dreaming women were shocked and confused and wringing their hands and not knowing exactly what to do. So they began to gather in large and small groups, and they began to encourage the people to gather in large and small groups. For as the guides had long said, community is everything. Community is what will save us. Community is the answer. And so as we began to come together in small and large groups, in living rooms, in porches, in parks, in classrooms, in organizing structures of various kinds, many of us became a bit overwhelmed. We didn't know where to begin. We didn't know what to address because it seemed that every day the messengers, the official state-controlled messengers, were telling us of some new dastardly deed. And we hardly had time to adjust to something on a Monday when something awful was presented to us on a Tuesday. And then while we were grappling with Tuesday, Wednesday came and knocked us on the head again. And we didn't realize at first that this was part of a campaign. We didn't realize that in the realm, the seven thieves who had taken over the ruling of the realm had a plan, and that their plan involved creating pandemonium, and that their plan involved creating chaos, and that one of the ways they were going to do this was through lots of shock and awe and just one bad thing after another, boom, 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 so that people were confused and their head was constantly on a swivel. And so that even those people who were normally active, the fit and active people who like to do activities, even those people were confused and not sure what activity to do next. And the dreaming women at night, when they went to those other realms, when they traveled out of their body and started going to the astral realms to organize and to heal and to help, even they found those realms filled with lots of consternation, anxiety, confusion, people in distress in these other realms. And so many of us woke up tired, day to day tired, because normally when we would go to these other realms to be on committees and to engage in healing, we would wake up refreshed. But these days, after the 8 days of shock and awe, even the dreaming women found it difficult to wake up in the morning and have clarity about how best to proceed. But over time, it began to become clear, not just to the dreaming women, but also to the fit and active people, and also just to the ordinary people, to people everywhere. It became, over time, a bit more clear about what was actually going on in the realm, that it was intentional. All of this confusion was intentional, because when people are confused, they don't know what activities to engage in to stay fit, and they don't know what dreams to listen to, and they don't know how exactly to plan their lives. But people are resilient, and people are persistent, and something wonderful happened throughout the realms. The many different realms who were impacted by the seven thieves, they each began to find activities to engage in, and the most beautiful activity they found was to come together across the realms, not just in their own backyards, not just in their own neighborhoods, their own families, not just in their own cities, their own states, not even just in their own realms, but they began to come together across the realm. And it took a while for people to know about this, because the messengers had been silenced, and it was difficult to obtain heralds of good news that was coming to the land. People didn't always hear the heralds of good news. They often got the heralds of bad news first, or only the heralds of bad news. And so it took a while for people to discover World Talk, for people to discover the inter-realm activities, for people to realize that we are all in this together. And this helped us in so many ways. It helped us so much to know that we were in this together, to know that realms throughout the planet were coming together, singing songs. Realms throughout the planet were dancing dances, and realms throughout the planet were writing stories and sharing dreams. to find out that there were artists everywhere with a vision, artists with a vision all over the planet, artists with a shared vision of persistence all over the planet. It was just so wonderful to discover this. And it helped people. It helped people feel calmer, feel more at peace. But more than that, it helped people to focus. Because here's the thing with shock and awe, it makes it so hard to focus. How do you know what activity to engage in? How do you know where to go, what to do? It's so challenging with all of the things happening day after day after day after day. But now finally, we can focus because we recognize it's just a strategy. And we're smarter than that. And we recognize that we're bigger than that because there's so many of us, artists everywhere making art. And the artists are in all the realms. And we share a vision of persistence. And so with this realization, it gave us a bit of a shielding, you might say, a shielding from all of this static. And now we have this wonderful shield of calm and focus, which allows us to say, what is the one thing I can do? What is the one thing that I'm good at? What is my special artistic ability? What am I creative at? And let me figure out what that is, and let me do that. And let me find others who share my gift or who might benefit from my shift. And maybe we can trade and exchange gifts, and all of the artists can come together in little artist groups to make our art together, and we can find activities that make sense for us, and we don't have to be so overwhelmed with all of the possibilities. For those of you who don't know me, I am a dreaming woman, and I am all about uniting the dreaming women so that we can share our dreams and manifest our dreams. We have all been dreaming since early November. We have all been dreaming a dream that will one day come true.